welcome to Nelly Plays the Gladiator Games. I won the die roll. I'm playing a red-green ramp strategy. This is a thinker. We've got nothing, Llanowar Visionary, turn 4 Goldspan if our Visionary doesn't get killed. But the hand does include the Great Henge, and we are on the play. So it's a consideration. I like this better than mulling to 5. Our opponent's deck is also a ramp strategy, but features Thassa's Oracle, so they've got some combo elements. I'll show you the deck list here as largely as I can. On the left here, they're playing some tutors. What are they calling it? Sultai combo again. Okay, so similar to my last match. Currently in this tournament, I'm 0-2, losing to goblins and then Sultai combo. Okay, so this deck can actually go pretty quick, cheating out the big spells. So we don't want to assume we're going to have too much time, and for this reason I will take the mulligan. Okay, much more exciting hand here. Kogla doesn't interact all that much differently than Titan, so I think just putting the 7 on the bottom is fine. And hopefully we can curve out for great justice here and glory. Back on that big view. Hopefully. There we go. They know. Turn 2 Fable, but we're still going to have to hit a land drop here if we want to kick out a 5-drop. We're missing. That's too bad. Well, we can dig, though. We have the technology. Now, does Skews interrupt any of their combo shenanigans? Sometimes, so in my last game, my last match, sorry, I did get tendrils, regrowth tendrils again, so that's not nothing. Vivian adds power, but we're already pretty quick, so I think Vivian going away is good. And then I think I'd also like to risk Kogla. Just try to dig twice, get this 5-drop down, and keep Skews around in case. Okay, nice. Now we can attack with our Goblin token here. Get those good treasure tokens. Slam the Silverback Elder onto the table. And hopefully present a scary clock for Magnetron Man here and their Sultai combo deck. They're just going to mana leak me, aren't they? Beauty. Love that for you, bestie. No? Okay, great. Go for the throat instead? Just opts. All we do is sculpt our hand and then tendrils you. Or Oracle. This deck's playing quite a few more creatures, actually, than the last one. The opponent's deck includes Golos, another sort of win con, but also Hydroid Krasis. Okay, so now I've got a Kiki. Can try to dig for some lands here. I'd like to make sure that I have the chance to kill the opponent next turn, so if we only hit them for 7, they'll go to 11. And then, yeah, that'll still be lethal even if we add no creatures. So, why don't we do that first. And then I think I might just go Skews, Caryatid, leave up the treasure token so that Skews can maybe do something. Opponent's just on lands. I'll dig for some lands with the Silverback here too. Actually, maybe we'll just make the tendrils line a little bit harder. Yep, I'm home with the kids today. Okay, don't love that. There's no easy way to look at all of them as they're coming out, which is too bad. Yes, one of them.
Can also my Yoshi mask get wet in their mouth?
Yes, we'll wash it.
And I still wear my costume.
Yes, you told her to wear it today. I found Assassin's Trophy. Is that going to be good enough? If my opponent's killing my stuff, I am going to be a happy camper, I think. As long as they're looking down here and not up here, it's great for us. I would accept damnation, even, if that's your plan. Yeah, totally works. I would love to. Yeah, let's get that silver back out of there. Start growing the skews. Okay, so I can't copy this, it's legendary, unfortunately. So the most I'm going to get out of Reflection of Kiki is 2, so I guess we might as well make the treasure token happen. Which is not the same as trying to make fetch happen. I know, I was confused as well. Okay, what's the absolute most damage we could do? It's not 11, unfortunately. It's 10. Perfect. Why isn't there a creature in your graveyard? Is it because there's no creatures in your graveyard? Oh, you're fogging anyway. Alright. I accept. Very good, very good. Discovery now from the opponent. They haven't really permanent exiled anything that matters. There's a demonic bargain in there. So 2 different tutors we could be taking out with skews, you know, in response to some kind of regrowth effect. Yeah, like that one. Yeah. This Dryad's Revival seems like a pretty important part of the Sultai combo deck. So the skews, probably the most relevant card in our deck. Everything is just a way to provide a clock. Our disenchants don't really have a target to lock onto. The Rahilda matters a bit. You can get lucky with Rahilda, but basically everything, all of the burn spells are trash in this matchup. We're just trying to go as fast as humanly possible. So the biggest creatures are helpful because they give you more clock, and then we have this one of skews that can interrupt some of what they're doing. Not skews is by no means a hard lock against this opponent. They can beat skews a number of ways. They have removal for skews too, but even if the skews is on the table, they have a bunch of ways to win. Ugh. So close. If you were a mountain abrade, oh gosh, it's so tempting because we have both of the bears that we just mentioned, and we have 2 shots to rip one of our other 33 plus a few MDCs. So it's like the math is actually not that bad. The problem is just that the hand doesn't go anywhere, and so if we don't draw like several lands, we're probably not winning, even though we might be giving them a hard time. Okay, this looks like it's not our game. That's okay. Don't need the cleave yet. We don't believe. Okay. This is great with Fauna Shaman. I didn't realize I was playing Monkey Tribal, but clearly. Apes of Wrath left and right here. Okay, the opponent can Emergent Ultimatum on their turn 4, so you never really love to see that. No red mana yet. You're not an ape, you're a pig. So we can tutor up and cast the skews. I don't know if it's going to get any better than that, unfortunately. Yeah. Rahilda would be nice too, but time for that. Yeah, this looks a bit like an emergenal tomato. Okay, reservoir first. Okay, kill my scoos. I have Rex Sage. So, you know, things are looking okay. Lelia, that's tempting as well. I think maybe this isn't Raga Draga's game, since we haven't hit any other mana dorks. And we can cleanly answer this Aetherflux Reservoir, so that's something. Okay, they don't have a Paradox Engine or any Mana Rocks yet, so this is just probably acting like a speed bump, you know, just providing some bodies to get in front of the aggression that I should be providing, that should be coming, right? And then this gets bigger when you discard a Spirit or a card with a Disturb. Okay, so not super likely. Do they have any other spirits? Nope, Scholar of the Lost Trove is a Sphinx. I suppose Scholar of the Lost Trove was part of their Emergent Ultimatum package. Just while I'm waiting for my opponent to think here, I'm allowed to put their deck list into Mox Field so I can look at it more easily. Ooh, that's a good draw. Okay. Well, yeah, I think just more monkey attack is good here because Kogla threatening to blow up any other artifacts is also nice. Or either of you humans? No, you wouldn't be, would you? Are you a human? Spirit. Peeled Gate to tumble down, and we've had our creatures dragged to the bottom that aren't Kogla. Yeah, I think I like Lelia more than Simian Simulacrum here. Feeling super clever about not playing my land before attacking with Lelia. Go me. How good do we feel about... Oh, this comes in tapped. Wait. Oh, this isn't... I thought this was Karplusan Forest. It's Highland Forest. Fair enough. Alright, if you're curious, here's the opponent's deck. I know I am. They've got one Ugin for removal. A Golos as possible win. Thoracle we mentioned. Also jamming this card with Paradox Engine and Emergent Ultimatum. It's sort of a garbage platter of combos, isn't it? It's a cool deck. Oh, we've also got Peer to the Abyss plus Shale Dread as an option. A lot of A plus B. Big fan, big fan. Does include the tendrils as we were talking about earlier. And there's the one Fog we saw. Weather the Storm also can maybe keep you in. Some artifacts. There are some more things for Kogla to blow up. That could happen. Speaking of blowing up artifacts, we've just got 18 different ways to do this in our Monkey Tribal deck. Okay, this is going to chump here, so this doesn't really matter. It adds a couple points, but I think it's less relevant than this. You know, if all that's happening is that Magnetron here is continuing to chump with whatever Ominous Traveler can poop out. And it should be able to do 2 or 3 creatures at once eventually. They also weathered the storm, perhaps. I put some energy into coming up their deck list there, so I might have missed that. Lelia only finding lands. And, yep, I'm okay with just Silverback. 3 mana doing nothing. If they're trying to hold us down with Ominous Traveler and don't have a combo kill, that's great for us. Okay, well, that thing that was great for us I was just talking about, that's all in the past now. The last time I faced this card in Gladiator, it was just 3 tutors. Okay, so we can't let them have Omniscience because then we die. So we want them to either have Peer or Sheoldred put back. And I think if we put Peer back, you know, we only have to face Sheoldred. And all of our creatures just attack into it. So I'm hip to this. Now we do have to worry about whatever's in their hand. Oh, wait, no, they just go infinite with Ominous Traveler too, don't they? So do we have to let them have Peer? I think we're just dead here no matter what, right? Yeah. Let's put this away. I think we can pretty safely pack this one up, unless I had if I had an instant speed removal for Ominous Traveler, it'd be okay. Oh, they just have another combo anyway. Yeah, that's another tutor. Sorry, final parting in their hand is going to seal the deal. Well, I guess we'll let them put it on the stack, see which way they go with it. But I expect it's just going to be the Peter the Abyss targeting me again. They can get Drive's Rival. They can cast 100 spells from here and then get back Tendrils or something. Yeah, they just Peer me. 1,000 triggers go on the stack. I lose 2 life for every one of these cards I just drew. And that's good game. Okay. Close one. The Ominous Traveler really putting in some work there, just buying enough time so the opponent could find the Emergent Ultimatum. It's great when your combo pieces also offer you some defense or interaction. I was just talking with Wheeler about this hand. We're on the play. They don't have a ton of removal. They're mostly on opt. So I think in this matchup it's okay, but the super sketchy, you know, Mox into 1 mana Dork, and then 2 mana Dork if you untap, and then, you know, like, it's a pretty funny hand I'm going to keep. It's sketchy, but it has tons of gas. It goes a little slower than just having lands, but we might get to combo off with Gwen as early as turn 3 if we rip the land. Hello.
Have a Gloria, please.
Yeah, you can. It's on the table. Did you finish your first bowl?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, well, wait for me and I'll get you more if you want. Did Kira finish hers?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you can ask her if you can eat hers, if you want to do that faster. Or you can wait for me. Okay, almost on time.
Kira, are you finished? The Gloria, please. Are you done eating?
Kind of tragically just don't have time for Gwenna now.
Are you done eating?
So this adds 2. So we could play this land, and then we get to attack with the Elvish Mystic as well. I think more than another land, I just like to gain 4 life and try to make that Tendrils kill just ever so slightly harder. sort of moderned myself with my lands there. Starting at 15 is what we used to call the full modern in the first couple years of modern, where a lot of decks would play Sacrifice Verdant Catacombs, Overgrown Tomb untapped, Thought Seize You. I'm not sure how common that is anymore since Inquisition gets most of the things in the format, and everyone's just on green-blue, or everyone's on red-blue anyway. So 12, 34. I mean, this is lethal, so I don't really love adding this just to have 1 or 2 extra. I mean, we have to use this, so it'd be 1 extra point. I'd rather just swing. They probably have the Haze of Pollen again, and I think there's not much I can do about it. I'm just going to gain 4 life off Gwenna. Probably immediately. I think in case they're going to, you know, let's get this cast trigger. Gosh, we could still, I guess if we still have the same damage from the Planeswalker, we might as well do it. This does open us up to counter spells, but I'll risk it. Now, if they have a bounce spell for the monkey, we were going to lose no matter what. I'm suspecting they have the Haze of Pollen again. Futurist Spell Thief to chump. Okay, great. That one has trample, so really close there. Looking pretty tough for Magnetron Man here. Not sure what sequence they can do with 3 mana that deals with everything. Okay, good games. Hey, that's Nelly's first match win of the day. Thanks, Magnetron Man, for the games. Well played. And good luck to everyone in today's Gladiator games, and I hope you had a great time if you're watching after the fact. Okay, take it easy.